In next year's election, there will be a new party on the ballot, the People's Party of Canada. It's headed by MP Maxime Bernier, who once wanted to be the leader of the federal Conservatives, but quit the party last month, calling them, quote, morally corrupt. Maxime Bernier joins me now in studio. Leader, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for the invitation.
So, the Libertarian Party of Canada essentially adopted all of your policy platforms that you ran for leadership on. They said, what you believe, we now believe. I've got to think that as someone who was looking for a new political home, you could have just rolled into the Libertarian Party and said, okay, this is my new home. You could have started issuing tax receipts immediately, all the things that you can't do right now. Why not join the Libertarians? Why start your own party?
Because, you know, I said to them, I thanked them, first of all. That was not the first time. After the leadership, they asked me at that time if I want to be their leader, and I said no. So I built this party based on our platform, and that's very important. Yes, the Libertarian Party, they adopted my platform a long time ago, but they have also other issues and other policies that I don't like. So I'm building that party, and it's not so tough to do that right now with social media. I will travel across the country. We will build a writing association, but a party based on principle, individual freedom, personal responsibility, fairness, and respect. And I think people like our policies, so that's why I'm going forward with that party.
But essentially, in the next election, there could be two parties who espouse very, very similar visions of Canada, and they'll be offering those up to Canadians as a choice, and it's not really much of a choice. Unless the two parties merge, is there any talk at this point of your two parties coalescing into one?
No. No, what I'm doing, I said to the leader of the Libertarian Party that I'm doing my own party and based on my platform that people like. So the most important for me is to be out there and to speak about the way we are doing politics. It's very different than other politicians. You know, we don't try to please special interest group like the Liberal and the Conservative right now with the cartel of supply management. Every members of Parliament in Ottawa, they agree to keep that privilege for 19,000 dairy producers. So what I'm saying, we must work for Canadian consumers, abolishing that, phase out that, and Canadians will pay half the price for these products. So the way we want to do politics, it's not to try to please everybody, to be out there with strong principle and bold reform, and I think like that would be able to have people, conservative coming on our side, but also liberals who voted for Jean Chrétien and Paul Martin, who they liked at that time to have a balanced budget and lower taxes. They will come in our party. The Liberal Party right now and the government right now, it's a spending government, and I think they're not fiscally responsible.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Jean Chrétien because there are a number of commentators, and history tends to bear this out, that when you put a new party slightly to the right of the Liberals, you guarantee a Liberal majority in perpetuity. What do you say to those people?
I'm saying no, because we are looking for conservatives who want to have real reform, but also people who voted NDP and they don't like corporate welfare. We're the only party who want to abolish that and lower taxes to every single entrepreneur. Also people, 30% of the population didn't vote at the last election because they don't believe in politicians anymore. So the way we are doing politics, saying the truth and having the real reform from this country, I think we can attract some of these people. If we are successful, we can be the alternative to the Trudeau government.
You have bold visions for this party. You want to run a full slate of 338 candidates across the country in time for next year. The clock is ticking on that. And there have been people who have warned that it could be a little dangerous for the party, especially a man like Stockwell Day, former reformer, former leader of the Canadian Alliance, who said, look, you don't have the infrastructure in place to find the people you need and vet them. And because of your position on immigration, of limiting immigration to 250,000 people a year, there are people out there who will gravitate to the party and say, well, if he wants to limit it, that means I have a home as somebody who doesn't like immigration. What do you say to those people out there who say that you're in danger, because you're moving so fast, of inviting people in who you don't want?
So what I'm saying to people who don't believe in immigration, they don't have a place in our party. There's no discussion. People who believe in our ideas, they will come. People who don't, they can create their own party first. Second, the challenge to build a party on the ground with writing association, yes, it's a big challenge. We are starting that right now, and my goal is to have writing association ready all across the country before December, and we'll start to have candidate and looking for candidate in January next year.
So we all know that when you left the Conservative Party, you said that they were, quote, morally corrupt. But you've also said that your party is going to be attracting, quote, great Canadians.
Yeah.
Who are some of those people?
Yes, that will come. In a couple of weeks from now, we'll do another press conference. We just announced the party a week ago, so now we're building that, and I will do another press conference in Ottawa with people who are part of the executive of the party and helping me to build that alternative.
Well, you certainly have grand plans. We're going to let you get going because you got to get to work on it, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Maxime.
Have a nice day.